to Vinicius Junior. Juranovic keen to not give him a moment.
When you get the chance to get tight, as Juranovic does there, do it, force him backwards.
Flag has gone up on the far side.
So another useful ping there from Marquinhos, this time to Neymar. Not afraid to mix their game up, good tactic.
We've seen a couple of passes, haven't we, from both him and Thiago Silva already. Sousa trying to nudge it forward. Here's Marquinhos, who only played for a single minute at the World Cup in Russia 4 years ago, but he's very much part of the national team furniture these days, the Paris Saint-Germain player, alongside Thiago Silva, who's winning his 113th cap today. Complains to the referee, but the decision goes to Croatia. Lovren to Joško Gvardiol, who really is a talent, isn't he? Got two players almost at opposite ends of their career there with Lovren and Gvardiol.
Yeah, Gvardiol's been immense, he really has. Every time they've needed someone to make a challenge, particularly in that game against Belgium, he was the man.
Well, look at Juranovic go here, covering plenty of ground. Pajalic in, Juranovic almost there, and also Perisic too.
Wow.
That was a chance there for Croatia. What a rapid break.
Terrific run from Juranovic. Watch him go here, breaking the lines, really committing people, dragging the yellow shirts under the ball. That allows the cross from Pajalic and Ivan Perisic, as he does so well. Very close to getting across. Militao there, and in fact, I think having got there, would like to have made better contact with that.
Yeah, Perisic with 6 World Cup goals to his name in his career. Eder Militao not looking terribly comfortable at the moment, but I think he's going to be okay. Party started early. To be fair, even before the players came out.
That's very true.
Pacey ball back there from Eder Militao. Brazil playing themselves into a spot of bother here potentially. It's a corner for Croatia. Perisic battling well.
Very well. Again, they just did well there to kind of set that trap, Croatia. Allow Alisson the ball into Militao, who's not the most comfortable. Usually we've seen Brazilian fullbacks for years being so good in possession. The two they've got tonight aren't the best at that.
Both central defenders near the penalty spot, and it comes. Not one of Modric's better efforts.
Again, that's a waste. He'll be kicking himself there, Modric. He knows he's much better than that. And those big guys from the back go in the box, they need some service.
Nice idea there from Mateo Kovacic. Again, almost playing Perisic in, and Brazil caught out once more. Modric still going. Oh, what a delightful ball. Eder Militao with the header away. Danilo completes the clearance, but any slight hint of complacency from Brazil is being jumped on.
Yeah, well played there, Luka Modric. Just trying to pinch that ball high up the park when they get the opportunity of Brazil, as they do here. The goalkeeper rolling out to Casemiro. That's a little too late, but that turn on the ball, Modric onto it very quickly. Again, there should be another Croatian shirt really flying in that box. That I think they've got to really do. When they do turn the ball over like that, be really brave and commit people into that box.
But that's what they haven't got now, is it? They haven't got a Mandzukic.
No, they don't. They don't have a double shoot here, a Mandzukic, a real predator. That they don't have, but you can still make runs in the box and drag people out of position, and it just might fall for a teammate.
Here's Thiago Silva, quarter of an hour in the last match against Korea Republic. They'd already scored twice by now. into Casemiro. And Modric, Borna Sosa happy to let it run out of play.
I don't think they expected anything else, Brazil, from Croatia. With all that experience that you spoke about earlier, Simon, I think they'll have known that they've got very capable operators in midfield who can keep the ball, that they have got a tried and trusted shape, that these players are pretty much the same players rolled out game in, game out. So they know what they're doing all right.
Ball collected by Marquinhos. This is a repeat of the opening match of the tournament in Brazil back in 2014. You mentioned the experience of Croatia. Just looking at it, Dejan Lovren, Luka Modric, Ivan Perisic and Mateo Kovacic all started that match 8 years ago, which illustrates your point. And Brozovic came off the bench as well. So yes, they know their way around here at the World Cup.
What we haven't seen in the game so far is when Brazil really rattling 3 or 4 of those one-touch passes and pick the pace up very, very quickly. That hasn't happened yet, much owed to the way Croatia have been nice and patient and nice and compact. It's how they cope with those really electric spells, I think, which will make the difference in this game.
Neymar. Challenged by Brozovic. This is Thiago Silva. Neymar will have another go. Away from Pajalic. Referee just about able to get out of the way. Mario Pajalic sending it in is Kramaric into Brozovic, trying to just move it away from some of that yellow-shirted traffic. Kramaric towards the far side and Perisic, Eder Militao.
Yeah, again, you see there how quickly Brazil pressure the ball in order to try and win it back. It just forces Croatia to lose a bit of accuracy in those passes.
Vinicius Junior teases one into the box. Gvardiol away, only as far as Paqueta. That's Rafinha challenging with Sosa. Gvardiol stands his ground and Brozovic backs him up and they get the better of Richarlison.
Excellent play. Brilliant play that.
Solid, intelligent football from Croatia, who now look to break with Pajalic. He's got Juranovic to his right, Modric through the middle, and now into possession. Looking for an opening.
Lucky. Good block in the end. Right idea from Andre Kramaric to step inside on the right foot and potentially take the shot.
Lovren. Now Kovacic. He's really had to bide his time to find a slot in the Croatian midfield at the World Cup. Space for him here. Trying to bring Perisic into the game. Paqueta finds Danilo. Here's Casemiro. Eder Militao. Now Rafinha. Neymar dropping to collect. Vinicius Junior near side. Richarlison in the box. Lucas Paqueta just outside it. Lovely touch. Vinicius Junior.
He's got the ball in this wide area and then he stands people up.
through, but it's beyond Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, lucky. Just a little overhit from Neymar, wasn't it? But these are these kind of bursts that Brazil are very capable of, and they sort of come out of nowhere, really. And they just elevate themselves and they go through the gears so quickly.
Space for Rafinha over on the far side. It's Rede Militao. Marquinhos losing his way. Header won by Mario Pajalic. Quarter of the way through the game.
Yep.
Zlatko Dalic, I imagine, would be pretty happy with the way his team have played so far.
I think so. He will have expected one or two serious attempts at his goal, and they've had that. But they've also had a lot of the ball, Croatia.
Yeah, had a chance themselves as well.
They have indeed.
Collected by Danilo. Back in with Marquinhos. This is Lucas Paqueta. Floated invitingly in and not headed very decisively away by Lovren. Casemiro with the shot. Corner. Brazil's first corner comes midway. Through the first half. Rafinha takes it.
Take that sort of free kick, Luka Modric, as much as he would like to counter. It's the one thing that they don't really possess, Croatia, is that blistering pace. Juranovic will give it to them in the right back position, but in those forward areas, I don't think Brazil are going to feel threatened by any genuine run.
We talked about Thiago Silva's longevity, but Luka Modric more than worth a mention as well.
Yeah.
37 now and played twice as a 20-year-old in the World Cup back in Germany in 2006. Great
outstanding player.
Longevity at the highest level from him.
Just a wonderful footballer. He's got that great ability to and feel for the position, for the game, what's right, what's wrong. But the long ball, the short ball, he seems to pick the right option.
Yeah, and the Golden Ball winner is the best player of the tournament 4 years ago. Juranovic there. Clattered by Danilo, and it will be the first yellow card of the game.
His foot was very high, wasn't it, Danilo there? Juranovic is, who just puts his head on that. You know there's going to be a coming together here, it's inevitable. But you put your boots up that high, you're going to run the risk of conceding a free kick. And now, Danilo... has to be very careful.
By the way, he's not one of the players who's already on a yellow card. One or two of them out there who would miss a semi-final. Now, what can Luka Modric come up with here as he delves into his box of tricks? Modric flights it in. And a free kick for Brazil for the challenge on Neymar, just outside his own penalty area.
Interesting call that for Michael Oliver. There was a big reaction from the Croatian bench about that Danilo challenge. Even Brozovic there, they're still complaining about that. They feel, was it worth a little more? I don't think so. But his foot was high, dangerously high.
Too much in it in terms of ball recovery.
And again, I mentioned that Brazil like to go after it pretty quickly when they lose it, and you would expect Croatia to perhaps be a little more reluctant in that respect.
Marquinhos. Battling away. Juranovic into Andre Kramaric, but it's with Marquinhos once more.
Yeah, good pressure again from Brazil. Everyone really going after that ball the minute it goes out of their hands.
Marquinhos sending it forward, collected by Neymar. Good challenge, Kovacic, beautifully timed. Modric collecting. Pajalic now. Chite there, the coach of Brazil. First Brazilian coach to take charge at consecutive World Cups since Tele Santana in the 1980s. Brozovic scoops it away, but not very well, and he's extremely fortunate. I was about to say extremely fortunate to have the ball at his feet, but Brazil have got a free kick.
They have indeed, yeah. It was a little careless, wasn't it? Just been a couple of those. That's because of the pressure that Brazil apply. Kind of played that a little blind there. Brozovic wasn't quite sure where it was going. Drops right to Rafinha. Draws the foul.
And there we can clearly see why he had the ball at his feet. Neymar and Rafinha, the two players closest to the ball here. Everyone back behind it for Croatia as Neymar floats it in. Cleared away by Rafinha. And Croatia with a chance to break away. Juranovic going motoring down the near side. It's not the first time we've seen that in the first half.
Great ball.
Beautifully flighted pass as well as Croatia piled forward, and all that was missing there was the finishing touch from a player capable of so much better, Ivan Perisic.
Yeah. Really good burst though from Juranovic. Vinicius Junior not interested in tracking him back at all. So he's going to have a little bit of room if they take good care of it. It's a lovely switch to Perisic, who quite rightly dances inside onto the right foot. And just doesn't really have any conviction in that strike. Head down there, really hit it as hard as you can is required.
Yeah. Josip Juranovic has certainly had some joy on the right-hand side for Croatia in this first half. He's played every minute so far at this World Cup for them. Past the half-hour mark in this quarter-final. Lovely touch from Neymar, and there was nothing subtle about that from Marcelo Brozovic. Easiest decision of Michael Oliver's evening.
Yeah. Great skill, Neymar. Pops it through Brozovic's legs.
And there's a little bit of an issue inside the penalty area there. I think between, is it Gvardiol and Richarlison?
I tried to take that free kick very quickly, actually. Don't think the referee was quite ready to allow that to happen. It's just a coming together, I think, there between Richarlison and Gvardiol.
The temperature's just gone up a little bit on the pitch following that challenge. Kramaric. Here's Perisic. Brazil's ball. Opportunity wasted there initially by Brazil, and Gvardiol showed his class in retaining possession and now has gone steaming forward down the left flank for Croatia.
Yeah, Sousa is this time who draws the foul. It's a bit of a waste that from Brazil, a couple of times there in a good situation. They gave the ball away and allowed Croatia to deal with that, and Sousa was bundled to the floor in the end.
Yeah, a bit untidy from Lucas Paqueta.
But the fact that Croatia keep the ball ticking over with Modric, with Brozovic and Kovacic means Neymar doesn't get quite enough of it. He can't have an influence on the game. There's flashes from him, but not really enough of an influence to keep Brazil really on the front foot.
Juranovic looking for Perisic. That kept Alisson on his toes. Here's Rafinha. Now Eder Militao. He was looking for Richarlison.
Who's hardly had a touch, Richarlison. Really hasn't seen any of the ball, certainly nothing worthwhile.
Juranovic. To be fair, he hasn't really needed too many opportunities, has he, Richarlison? His strike rate's so good, 3 goals from 4 shots on target so far at this World Cup, but Croatia looking to ask a few questions, and Richarlison trying to burst clear of Kovacic. Gvardiol is there to tidy up. Juranovic, that was a lovely touch to Mario Pasalic. You're right though, Andy, about Richarlison so far in the match. He's had fewer touches of the ball than anybody else on the pitch.
Yeah.
Kovacic.
Croatia will be very happy that they're starting to feel like they can do what they do to most teams. Wear them down, grind them down. They're not devastating with their attacking play, but they just keep the ball moving in this area of the field, and they just drag those yellow shirts towards it and pop it off.
To stay in games, to hang in there, they find a way. Often as not, they find a way to get over the line at the end of it, however long it takes.
Very true.
Long way to go in this one, though. Still just over 10 minutes remaining of the opening 45. A half of few goal-scoring opportunities so far. Modric. Sousa forced to chase back a little. Gvardiol has it covered. He's got Richarlison nearby. This is Borna Sousa. Quite handy for Croatia, I think, that Sousa recovered from a virus which came out of the last game. Barisic started the last match.
Yes, and he, again, looks a little short from being... fair, Borna Barisic.
It's a good-looking ball, and Richarlison sniffing around, and Josip Juranovic is there to scoop it away, despite the close attentions of Vinicius Junior.
Possession, look, the stats.
Nothing in it.
Nothing in it whatsoever.
Here's Paqueta. Now Danilo whipping it forward. That was Brozovic trying to break it up. Richarlison can't find a way through. Gvardiol steps in. Juranovic with a chance to clear. Dangerous ball though. It almost falls Brazil's way, but Croatia have got a free kick. Brozovic would rather the referee had played an advantage.
Maybe. He's happy just to, for his team to be back in possession. It's Paqueta who goes after Modric. Just unfortunately just brings him to the floor and chance gone.
Kramaric full of running right across that forward line for Croatia in this first half. Richarlison on the ground, no foul.
Good challenge, Kovacic again. Working exceptionally hard, Croatia, to deny as well as to try and keep the ball.
Well, every match provides a distinctly different test, and Brazil are finding that tonight. At this stage, the other day in the round of 16 against Korea Republic, they'd already scored 4 goals, and it was job done to all intents and purposes. Brozovic. Croatia look to threaten once more. And it all rather fizzles out, but for a moment there, it looked very promising from their point of view.
See, I actually think there, Brozovic just needs to pop that ball off to Perisic and Sousa down the left side, because any cross, Pasalic, who's tall, big man, much bigger than Kramaric, can then get in and around the back post to try and get on the end of it. Just a chance wasted there, just one pass too many. But look, so far the tactic for Croatia, keeping that ball, has worked very well. We saw those possession numbers just a minute or two ago. Very well. Off the knee, that's okay.
Yeah, knee back by Gvardiol quite clearly. Juranovic. Modric just dropping back and setting things in motion. Pajalic away from Casemiro. Brozovic back by Kovacic into Gvardiol. Kovacic under pressure. Back with Brazil. Vinicius Junior looks to go through the gears, and Juranovic says, no, you don't.
Brilliant play from Juranovic. Fabulous work, that. I think Vinicius Junior has got to be a little bit more determined, a little bit more purposeful with the runs when he gets the ball at his feet. And also he's got to take Juranovic on the outside. Everything he's done so far is he's stepping infield and he's running into red and white shirts.
Militao away to Rafinha. Look at the space here for Danilo, has just moved into the middle of the field. Neymar dropping back. Six minutes to go to half-time. As Neymar looks to try and prise open Croatia's back door with a pass. Little flick from Juranovic. Just bounces off Pasalic. Casemiro. Lucas Paqueta. Thiago Silva. Decent string of passes here from Brazil. Can they do something with it? Are they about to start to build up a head of steam in the latter stages of this first half? Danilo.
They're just trying to tease those red and white shirts out. They're not prepared to step out of the shape they're in, Croatia. They're just happy to see Neymar and co going square across the field.
Neymar can't get past Pasalic, and Pasalic sticks his foot in once more. Vinicius Junior will get a free kick.
Did well there. Did very well, Vinicius Junior there, to win that. Brozovic looked all set again to clear that. But he did really well just to get that all-important touch to draw the foul. And anywhere around the edge of the box, when you're playing against a Brazilian team, is a danger. Neymar's over this one, right on the corner of the 18-yard box.
Yeah, not ideal, is it, when you're playing against Brazil, conceding free kicks in and around your own penalty area. Rasiya and Neymar deciding whether they're going to go for plan A or B here. Inside the last 5 minutes of the first half. Are we about to see a blockbuster of a free kick to match some of those efforts we saw on goal before? Well, it wasn't a bad effort from Neymar. A little deflection, but still carried into the gloves of Dominic Livakovic. And see one of the great exponents of free kicks, Roberto Carlos, watching on.
Yeah, and Rivaldo there too. Yeah, got some great guys who knew all about that, but that deflection just not enough to ever really worry the goalkeeper.
Modric, Lovren. Here's Guardiol. Lovren. Pajalic. Very much second there, but Danilo gives it away.
Could go back to the goalkeeper there, Danilo, easily. Unnecessary to look for a teammate there, just play the simple ball. It's the receptions, it's Pajalic who's their main outlet, isn't he, for Croatia when they have possession. I think because of his strength and his physical prowess, can understand that. If they had something else, another dimension, another factor at the top of the field, this Croatian team would be an extremely difficult team to play against.
A lovely little touch that was there from Modric, and Sosa sends it forward in towards Perisic. It's cleared away by Thiago Silva. Brilliantly done, helped out by Eder Militao, and the clearance doesn't reach Vinicius Junior.
Fabulous defending that is from Thiago Silva. Just gets his ankles wrapped, I think, when he did so.
Yeah, Croatia's players are frustrated there because Juranovic was in plenty of space in possession when the referee stopped the game to check on Thiago Silva.
Paqueta is, who's actually caught a little bit from Perisic. So second half, what's got to happen as we look at Thiago Silva just doing what he does best, immaculately just mopping up. Croatia, for all their good possession, they've got to work Alisson more. Brazil need more intense spells in the game.
Well, here they come now with Andre Kramaric. Good defending. The flag has gone up anyway, but once more, it's Thiago Silva stepping in for Brazil.
Yeah, Brazil have they've had some moments, and they haven't been able to keep their foot to the floor and really demand a lot more defensively of Croatia. Everything they've done so far, Croatia have been able to deal with it reasonably comfortably.
Referee just bringing the play back. Minutes almost up. We're not expecting much added time. Those Croatian fans, I think, will be happy enough with the way their team are playing so far. And they have a free kick. As we go into a minimum of one added minute at the end of this opening period. Haven't seen that many times at this World Cup. Just 1 minute added.
No, we haven't. It's been good in that respect from both teams. They've kept the ball on the move. Players, when they've hit the floor, they bounce back up. Not looking to dwell on anything.
Here comes comes Joško Gvardiol.
Can he run back as quick?
He might need to backpedal rapidly here, but Brazil can't keep the play moving. Closing moments of the first half. Juranovic into Kramaric, now with Modric. Josip Juranovic, Pajelic. Flag goes up near side.
That's unlucky. That is unlucky, because there they were just building that up with a 2-on-1 on the far side. Sosa and Perisic would have been able to get at Militao, just deliver something into the box.
And there goes the half-time whistle. Even at the break, a half of very few opportunities. Some excellent forward play by Josip Juranovic, setting up an opportunity at one end of the pitch, which Perisic couldn't get on the end of. Neymar bringing a save from a free kick. But Croatia very much in this game against Brazil. At half-time, it's 0-0.
Well, it is everything we perhaps expected it might be so far, because Croatia, who are so good at nullifying